to Trinidad and Tobago. All praise is due to the Almighty Creator. What I'm looking for, the song I'm looking for, I can't find. I don't know. It's not up on YouTube. Got Christopher's change the system. So wherever else is wherever else. I ain't even sure I want to hear anything else. And there are some calypsos, some music this year that are pertinent to what is taking place socially in our society, but are not all that impressed. I feel there's a certain level of caution to our calypso. You know, I shared that online this morning. I feel as though even calypsonians, which is supposed to be the art form, or which has traditionally been the art form where people showed a level of bravery, I feel there is a certain level of caution towards the issues, some of the issues that pertain to us. Yes, there are some that have been brave and chastise what they deem as being negative in our space, even politically challenging what is taking place. But I feel as though more could have been done. My opinion might change when I have the opportunity to listen to more. I only attended 2/10, forgive me, time. So when I looked at the list for Skinner Park, there are some songs that I actually don't know. And I will get to know them. I'll have a look at everyone in Skinner Park who made it to Skinner Park, that is. Hopefully, once time permits, and if not, thank God for social media as well. So we have the opportunity to tune in to programs when we can't attend. Of course, even for The Street 91.9 FM, we are there, right? You can go on to IWER TV on YouTube. You can go on to Facebook as well. And you can view this program live. I think you could also go back, certainly on my page, but you can go back and also view if you missed the program as well. There is this caution even in calypso, and we find a hesitancy among the people in our cultural classes as well, in our cultural sectors. We find a hesitancy in them from getting involved in causes and activism because they fear for the consequences. Now, I have a huge big up this morning. Maybe I should have played a free tongue. I have a huge level of respect for the sacrifice that Freetown Collective would have taken in the past. Is almost unmatched. Anya Ayongchi, as an individual, you know, I've seen her as well standing on certain points of activism. But by far, and I scan in my mind to see if it have anybody else, and nobody else really comes to mind. But that group, and in particular their lead singer, Muhammad Muakil, has been willing in the past to actually stand up and go out with people on issues that pertain to Trinidad and Tobago, that pertain to the masses. I have not seen any of our other major cultural leaders, well, Orlando Octave, hands down as well, right? I shouldn't even have to mention Orlando Octave, without a doubt, past and present, without a doubt standing as well. So that's the race there between them two. And I put in the short man ahead kinda because he, even his music in general, is about the people, is about upliftment, is about challenging not just the politics alone, but systematically the injustices that we see that exist. Now, we could look to other societies and we would realize the stance that has been taken by so many people across the cultural spaces against what has taken place in Palestine, against police brutality, against economic oppression of the masses, etc. We could see those stances across the world. But in Masalan, where there's a certain level of fear that is instilled in you, where your stance, I mean a real political stance, I don't mean a color, red, yellow, blue, whatever, I mean like real political stance on issues has the potential of being punished by the state. So you could ask those few who have stood up for the people. You could ask Freetown. You can ask Orlando. The police calls you. They record you when you're out there. They call you afterwards. And it is a form of intimidation. They take your name. They report that you are an organizer or a leader. Sometimes the political class, because they are in power, don't want issues to be raised because they now want a smooth run. And even the political class victimizes you. You're making trouble. The amount of times I hear people ask me if I behave in myself. And I have never misbehaved in my life. You know, in a certain way. I'm not perfect. But what I mean by misbehave is speak the truth. Stand for what is right. Be willing to go out. So we cower in fear, right? Our majority of the people that we put money together, the masses put money together to go and listen to the music and to support, and the people who we lift on stage and who some of us say we love or whatever, who we follow, are people who wouldn't sacrifice anything for us. Are people who will not even stand up and talk the truth. Are people who are more concerned about I want the gigs and I want no problems and I want the contracts and I want to win the competition and money. What a fake society we live in, boy. What a bankrupt. Or when all you have is money, you're so bankrupt. What a bankrupt society we live in. What a shallow society we live in, boy. Where the measure is the things that you have. This place need a purge. Need some broke clocks. Need to get a good clean out. I know if broke clocks could clean we heart. What a bankrupt society. Where people wouldn't stand for anything. Where you chastise people who actually have the love for others. So I want to call this morning. I might be wasting my time. I want to call this morning on those who are in our cultural spaces. Do something now. Put your hands up. Because we need voices. We need momentum. Because it is only voices and momentum and people mobilized that will fix this problem. Who hasn't had an experience? I see Rondell Fields continuously speaking about his personal experience with his friend who was shot in a party and died. I know you all have personal experiences as well. Because you wasn't always rich and famous. And when you're rich and famous and you're driving the Range Rover and the whatever, yes, you are less likely to be abused by the police. But where you come from, Arima, Sand, all where you're singing about where you come from, the people who back you. Our daily experience is abuse. Our daily experience is the propensity of poverty to put us in line, to be abused. So you ain't singing nothing for us, so you wouldn't stand for us. Come on. I never see no personal, and I mean all in lane and all, you are just an entertainer. Yeah, right. I would have thought that we are people before we are anything else. I would think that we are Trinbagonian and that we understand the responsibility of our blessings. But apparently selfishness rules. Come on now, Trinidad and Tobago. Come on now. Such an absence of leaders. I want to thank the two young women, friends of Kaya. Kia, I ain't even remember the names because the names actually, for me, are not important. It's just the human beings, because there are so many human beings who have had this experience. I don't have to personally know you to feel what you're going through. You're human just like me. I don't know if our empathy extends. So everybody just on the dollar. That is Trinidad and Tobago, and the bling, the vanity, the in thing. You want to look like this, but substance does not exist. Let us do better. I'm not going to dwell this today too much on that topic, but I just want to beg people to stand up and show out, to stand up for something. All they done reach, for those who done reach and really can't be affected by the political class too much, speak out now. Speak out now. Your voice matters. Your voice could save lives. Your voice could change the culture of institutions that we interact with on a daily basis. You don't care to have an impact? Live, make money, eat nice, drive nice, think nice, die the end? the selfishness of this society is staggering. The selfishness is staggering. It is supernatural. It is incredible. It is phenomenal. The level of selfishness. Nobody don't care about nobody. How you building a society like that? And the people who are supposed to care about people, the people who pay to care about others, I just wonder if they even... Like, that's their job. Your job is to understand others. Your job is to be empathetic, to care, to be responsive. And some of them it appears like they don't even care. You think it easy? And I'm contextualizing because understand Trinidad and Tobago that I ain't being specific. I mean generally. You must care about people. I mean, you don't have to, you know. But that's what life is about. Life is about love. And love is the opposite, not of hate. Life is the opposite of selfishness. Ponder on it as we take the break. And we'll be back. We'll take some calls and we'll go through some of the other topics that are pressing in our space. All right, blessings to everyone.
Boy, I got in an accident a while ago. I was in traffic and my car get bunks from behind.
Well, then they're wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the insurance company go fix it up.
Fix up? Huh. I make my claim the next day. And up to now, I can't hear from the insurance company. I need my car fixed.
Look, you better go to the Financial Services Ombudsman. I'm sure they can help.
Yeah, I'm going to check them now.
To resolve a complaint with your insurance company, bank, or non-bank financial institution, contact the Office of the Financial Services Ombudsman at 800-4FSO or visit www.ofso.org.tt. We can help, and our services are free.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and enjoy a spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
Tobago. It's Carnival. The Vibe. The event space, formerly known as Shade, Fordham Court, Tobago, says, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival Week. And pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chase out allowed. Top DJs and artists passing through. Every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612 or email IWERMG@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum, it's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is carnival.
It's a whole lot of flavor wrapped up in a twist. Some of them try to rap, but they don't rap like this. With crispy KFC tenders and lettuce and carrots and shredded tortilla embedded, perfect wherever you headed. Dripping with that creamy mayo and that mambo sauce. Let me tell them one more time to get my point across. It's a craveable, crunchable, movable, functional, flavorful meal that your taste buds must endorse. KFC, crunch twist, crunch twist. None of them, they don't make it like this.
Introducing KFC's Crunch Twist, a flavorful wrap with a delicious difference for just $29.95. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Get ready for an explosive night of soca energy this carnival season. It's a massive one-night-only live concert in the Flavor Carnival Village at the Queen's Park Savannah, Port of Spain, featuring the legendary Waterlord himself, the big man in the business. I want George!
If children on fire, fire, don't go on fire, fire, children on fire, fire, people want water.
Celebrating 35 years of pure soca power, IWER is bringing all the classics, the latest heat, unstoppable energy, and jump-up madness that will leave you feeling it in your bones. Come out early to secure your spot at this epic event presented by the National Carnival Commission. Gates open at 6 p.m. and admission is completely free. No tickets needed, just bring your vibes. Expect non-stop energy. Get ready to run and enjoy that signature IWER magic. For updates, check out www.ttcarnival365.com or follow at ttcarnival365 on Instagram and Facebook. IWER George, live in concert for one night only. Queen's Park, Savannah. Be there.
No man afraid, no stick man, no man afraid, no demand.
The journey to becoming the king of the rock continues. Come feel the energy, chants, and witness the raw skill of stick fighting on Wednesday, February 4th from 7 p.m. All roads lead to Ojo Road Recreation Ground in Sandy Grande. Come experience the passion and power as warriors clash in the National Stick Fighting Semi-Finals. Tickets are only $75. Get those tickets at the Grandstand Ticket Booth, online at www.islandetickets.com, NCC office, Victoria Square in Port of Spain. Or you can also purchase tickets on site on the competition day. It's all going down. The National Stick Fighting Semi-Finals, Wednesday, February 4th from 7 p.m. Ojo Road Recreation Ground in Sandy Grande. This event is brought to you by the National Carnival Commission and sponsored by Moccasin, Dasani, Forest Park Punch and Rum, Coca-Cola, Kaleidoscope, and Caribbean Airline. For more information, you can follow at NCCTT online or call 622-1670 for more information. Grande, get ready! The boy man ain't afraid of nobody!
It's Classic Russo's final week for 2026. This is your last chance to experience the best tent show for the carnival. This Tuesday 3rd and Wednesday 4th February at City Hall, Knox Street, Port of Spain. Both shows 8 p.m. with a massive special of 3 persons on 1 ticket for $200, featuring their highly rated cast of performers: All-Rounder, Crazy, Contender, Manchild, Hamidullah, Lady Wonder, Shirlane, Twiggy, Dr. Will B, Charlene Bailey, Master G, Mark Eastman, Garth Sinclair, the youthful Kyle Cowie, Andre Nelson, Nefta Kojo, Jay Edwards, and many others. MC Shirlane Hendrickson, chorus by the Classic Russo Diamonds, music by Classic Russo Orchestra. Get your tickets at Crosby St. James, Tuco offices, New City Mall. This is your last chance to experience the best tent show for the carnival. Classic Russo for Classic Kaisu.
let we link up and fet with Flow. Sign up for any link up plan today, and you could win 2 tickets to one of Tobago's hottest events. Plus, you're guaranteed free installation. Get the fiber internet hookup you have been wanting and the night out you deserve when you sign up for any of our amazing link up plans. Sign up in store today or visit online at discoverflow.co for more info. Promotion ends February 17th. Flow, we keep your carnival rhythm flowing.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamflo, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Lion Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Pylori, fry, bake, roti, and double stew, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion Brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
What are you doing? Crunchnival at KFC is so special to all. What are we doing? Do what you want with the crunch, don't fight it. KFC Carnival when you bite it. Flavor, thicker, like rocket. It's a Crunchnival with the baddest bucket.
The Crunch calling with our baddest bucket. That's 7 pieces of chicken for only $99. And for just $25 more, get 4 additional sides. Or crunch into Carnival with a super deal and get 1 piece of chicken, 1 regular side, a biscuit, and a large drink for only $29.95.
When the taste moves your waist, you know it's Crunchnival at KFC.
This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village of food, culture, and celebration. Taste the best of Trinidad and Tobago with local street food, gourmet chefs, live cooking demos, cultural performances, and family-friendly experiences, all in one place. Join us at Flavor Village, Queen's Park Savannah, every day from 4 p.m. TNT, you're gonna love this.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. So, you all heard the ad earlier. Lion Brand. Take a good look at the products that they produce as well. All right, because you will have the chance to win this hamper. All right, this lovely hamper from Lion Brand Products. All right. As you tune in through the day, you will get information on the products as well, and be able to call in and get a chance to win that wonderful hamper that I wish was mine. So the thing go, when I need my Polori mix, I'll go and pick it up as well. We need to stand up as a people a little stronger. We need to be attentive to the issues that face us and speak based on those issues. I want to beg all of Trinidad and Tobago, regardless of whatever political, whatever, or creed or race, when it comes to people issues, let us stand up on those issues. If we allow ourselves to be divided based on political affiliation, then we will act against our own interest. We will subscribe to things that are not in our own interests and our family's interests. And that is nonsensical. It must be about issues that face us. And if we support some entity, political or otherwise, then part of that support is encouraging the right thing. If we love our children, for example, we would encourage our children on the right path. And if they're going on the wrong path, we will pull them up. When you don't really care and you don't really love, you just leave it, whatever. Real love is that effort to speak to them over and over and over with patience and guide them and correct them. And of course, my PNM friend, yes, I have PNM friends, whatever that mean, because I understand how you're calling yourself a PNM. I don't know what I really mean. Like, but that's what he call himself, and whatever. My PNM friend who does call constantly says, hey, parenting. Parenting. And our parents should teach us to think about things, to think about issues, and to come to conclusions that are beneficial for ourselves. Not that there's a PNM household, and you're born here, and there's had to be that, and you had to go on wherever. And you seeing somebody who is, for example, unempathetic, who is, you know, by their nature, has no care or love. I'm talking about the short man. I know what short man I'm talking about. That's in my opinion. Mr. Imbert, just have that demeanor where it just comes across as being socially awkward, like he doesn't really love people, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And from my interaction and from, you know, what I've experienced, right? How do you push that to be what represents you? One of the core aspects of representing others is caring and having some empathy for others. Let's have some understanding. Teach your children discernment, not tradition, not baseless tradition. Be intelligent. Step forward. If you know you have a shortfall, you know, in your understanding and your education or whatever else, advance the next generation. Advance them. Try to encourage them to be better than you. So we go across into some of the other stories that are in the news, because although I want to focus and I want to encourage and I want an outcome that is beneficial to the society with this constant problem of police abuse and extrajudicial killings, there are other things that are taking place in our space, right? We have seen opposition and an independent senator, right, seeking to send the Prime Minister to Privileges Committee, and the Speaker has said no to that. You all can pay attention and look at the politics as it is being played out, but I could understand all perspectives. Don't call me, no, don't label me because I may have a objective view. Don't label me if I have an objective view. But I could understand if someone accuses 7 people, that if I am an innocent person in that 7, I would want you to say who it is, because people looking at me as well, they're looking at all 7, and my good name is important. As a matter of fact, I have some personal experience. There are certain people who sully in my good name. Sometimes there are people who are close to you because they're insecure of themselves. So they try to bring down others with the false thinking that it will lift them or keep you where they are. Sadder, most times it is admiration that makes people try to bring you down, bad talk you. They misunderstand that in aspiring, just make an effort. They could also be like you. Nobody could be you. You can't be someone else. But I have experienced that, and I continue to experience that admiration. Sometimes the admiration turned into the evil form, envy and jealousy. We need to be careful of that in our society, where people steal your good name. So, I mean, respectfully, I understand the position independent senators may take as well. That don't mean I support PNM. I don't want to hear about PNM. But I support the right thing. And it is a bit rough. You hear the kind words I'm using? To make a broad allegation, and then if I was in that 7, then my name in there. And he who steals my good name steals that which doesn't enrich him, but makes me poor indeed. There are people who I considered in the past, who I had a good relationship with, who now have certain attitudes towards me. I share in my personal life because of the slander and the bad things that people have said about me behind my back. And they are those people who I considered in the past and who I had good relations with, they have not made the effort to check to see if what is being said is true or not. They feel on it and then they act on it. So now they have misplaced feelings and wrong actions towards me because the allegations are absolutely untrue. But you throw some envy, a little bit of false accusations, and people open their ear. It look a certain way, and they just run with it. To what? To the peril of your own soul, because you have to answer for that. Just giving part of my personal life. And I wonder if it even makes sense sometimes to try to clear my name. I just wonder, does it make sense? But I value my good name. I value my good name. It not, well, it have defamation of character in the books, you know, libel as well, that you can sue, so there's a remedy, because our legal system recognizes how detrimental the destruction of someone's good name can be. But we practice that all through our society, man. No caution to the way we speak and what we say about others. And then the conclusions that people derive and people act on it. There are people who jeopardize my life and my livelihood by saying certain things about me. With malice, because they know it's not true, they do it to destroy. It's sad. Human beings, sad. How I go say? All your Trinidad and Tobago, I ain't lying to us. All your repent, you know. Change up them negative aspects of our culture, you know. Learn to hush all your mouth. Learn to talk less. Learn to put the best construction to things. So, with this particular situation, y'all could read into the politics of it, obviously. The Speaker of the upper house has said no to carrying it to the Privileges Committee. And that's the politics of the thing. You read. You try to understand and you come up with a conclusion. And regardless of where you might lean, try to lean on what is right. Think about things from all perspectives. And if you love someone, correct them. Advise them. There are people who pretend to love you and will gas you up. They tell you, yeah, and they sending you down a road to your destruction. Those are the worst type of people. Morning, KFC, welcome.
Oh, Fuad, blessed morning. Fuad, you know, as a man, let's go there. I will trying, because I have two little children, and I challenge you through social development, the last former regime. Stop it. Literally say I was working for 4 years, a partial legal mind, this, that, I finished stolen and that. So, I went to the Savannah and applied for the work. So they called me out about last week, Thursday they called me out, but I had a challenge with my daughter up there. So when I gone up, the man who called me and tell me about the work, he tell me I have to wait to see our next man. So I stayed the whole day Monday. Me see the man. I went up there yesterday. I stayed the whole day yesterday. I see the man. When I see the man, Butum tell the man where I coming from, so and so. Well, he tell me the work is from 8, from half past 8 till 4:30. I said, boy, I have my daughter, she in the care, she have a driver, she the drop she to school, because I already a single parent, I have no family. So he telling me he can't fulfill my needs. So he can't hire me. So I said, for them 2 days, why sacrifice, pay babysitter and all them kind of things, I get paid for my 2 days. When I go in the office, the man tell me about 30-something years, he working here. But a man don't tell me, he's a old piano man.
KFC, I go pay for the 2 days. I go link and pay for the 2 days. But if you're going out to work and it have a certain schedule for the work, you have to adjust your personal circumstances.
Who are they here now? Did they hire me Thursday? The man tell me they can't hire me. The man they can't hire me.
Well, if you want to change your working hours, they wouldn't be able to hire you. You understand what I'm saying?
But yeah, but the work, and matter for the work finish yesterday, because that was the last day the work up there.
All right, don't beat up, yes, my brother. I understand you went out for the 2 days. We go link off here, right? But hopefully they will give you something and explain that your schedule. Hopefully you could find something within your schedule, or you go have to change your schedule to suit whatever job you get. Right?
We're celebrating a year. We celebrate a year in April there, and nothing for the ground supporters and the activists and them ready to turn and blow fire. Because it's unjust and wickedness. Bless.
Yeah, man, bless. And I ain't discouraging you. If you see unjust and wickedness, no problem. But we also have to be reasonable in what our expectations are. And if people, despite what you're saying, etc., are still trying to assist, you have to meet people as well on the half. A job is not tailored for your life. You have to tailor your life for the job, because the job has a certain, rubric. Sometimes Trinbagonians, we don't understand. We don't understand that as well. So let us try to be fair. All right, all the best, KFC. You could call me offline. We'll handle that. As I continue through the news, okay, another call on the other topic we have been talking about. Calls grew for body cameras as judge laments erosion of trust in police. And this time, Assistant Superintendent Ishmael Pitt, legal and police representatives have welcomed recent judicial comments that recordings from body-worn cameras can protect both citizens and law enforcement officers. I would think that by now we all understand this topic better, and we are all 100% behind advocating for cameras to be purchased and to be mandatorily used by police officers soon. I think maybe we have to set deadlines as a people for our administrators and our police to do what is right. I just, not warning as I will do something, but I'm telling Trinidad and Tobago, if another police officer, right, or officers kill a citizen in circumstances like this, it is going to cause social unrest. Now, you don't blame the people for reacting, We always want to blame those who react. Don't blame me when I respond. Don't blame somebody when they defend themselves. You need to blame those who have failed. And the past administration has failed. Now we have a new administration. We must succeed. We must do what is right. It's very, very simple, The difficult tasks, and I admit that this is a big task, because the police service is resistant to change. They want to stay just how it is. It is insanity to think that we are going to do the same thing and Trinidad and Tobago is going to become better. It is insanity. Is there such a mad people in Trinidad and Tobago? But I know that. I just go and sit down quiet in some of them events. Sometimes, most times I'm working, right, ensuring the safety of the patrons and other things as well. And I just see madness. Because I sober, but like everybody drunk. Madness. But we mad. It is insanity to think that our nation is going to become better if we continue to do the same thing. The last administration was harsh on the people and gentle on themselves. We need more money. We need our raise of pay. I don't like my money to sleep out. And you're getting 10 times what the average citizen gets. And then you're doing all kind of thing. I ain't going into that. Harsh on the people, the last administration. Well, you had to cut back on this, cut no macaroni pie, you can't go to cinema, you can't do this. When people scraping to survive, he talking about cinema. I don't know who he is talking to. I don't know which world I'm living in. You had to ride bicycle, maybe a coal pot. I raise gas once, I raise it twice, and then you vote yet, and you all continually support that. That should be the end of that political career forever. Forever. But we're driven by ignorance. It is ignorant to support something just based on race. It is absolute ignorance. It is madness. We're mad. We ignorant. Not me. Not 40-something% of the electorate that doesn't vote. But for those who vote along those lines, that's madness. And I will tell all you, that's ignorance. That's racism and stupidity. There's America where all white folks vote for something because they believe they're superior to somebody else. Are Indian superior to African? Are African superior to Indian? Stop talking stupidness. That's stupidness. What difference is there in a human being except by the way they behave? And I see stupid behavior from Africans. I see stupid behavior from East Indians. I see stupid behavior from Syrians. I see greedy behavior by all. I see selfish behavior by all. So who better than the next? You let somebody chain you up with that to the detriment of the infusion of our society and the peaceful coexistence? That's what people voting on? Nah. Nah. Come on. You hate somebody or you dislike somebody or you categorize somebody because of the straightness of their hair or the complexion of the skin. Or where they came from whenever. Man. But I wish you had to put the reasons down for your voting and the honest reasons now. The honest reason would have come out. So I could have thrown away all your ballot. Who voting for stupidness like that? But on the issues, let us understand the issues. Let us be united as a people behind whatever administration we have to get the issues fixed. We want a good police service. Not so? We want better economic conditions in our country. Not so? We want greater social cohesion and balance. We want those people who are poor to be uplifted. Well, that one, we might be, because again, the selfish, some people don't care. Who live, who dead. Once I good, how you could be good if your neighbor not good? How can you be good if your neighbor not good? I just worry sometimes. When I have, I assist. When I don't have, I worry. Because if in your house you have food and you're cooking, and your neighbor don't have food and cooking, you don't think they will want your food? You want something to eat? I may read the people newspapers and feel free to call out. Sorry as be talking so much, right? 342-008-146-65391. The right thinking Trinbagonians all they call and say the same thing now. So they won't think it's just me and I talking nonsense. They go reach there just now and they'll start to say I talking nonsense. That's what they'll say. No cash for mass, right? The mass, Stepan and Juve bands who compete for prizes in San Fernando on Carnival Monday and Tuesday may have to do it for free this year. All right, pressure. We know the economic situation. Of course, we know also in the construction industry that TCL have spoken about a raise because in their prices of cement, because there's an increase in energy prices, increase in gas from NGC. Look at it. All they could read, all they could discern. Read, see what's going on, and try to understand. Of course, it is challenging that those costs are passed on to the average citizen. We need to take a look at profitability of those industries as well. If the increase in price is justified, because if a company can absorb certain costs and still operate at a reasonable profit, and reasonable needs to be defined, then they should not pass on the entirety of cost increases to the population. Damaged vessels sink Tobago finals, medium bands head to Savannah. All right. That's sad as well. The cumulative incidents that have caused the sea bridge between Trinidad and Tobago to be affected negatively. You know, the new ship, I guess, getting accustomed to the torque, right, the speed, handling it, etc., maybe, and putting it in this port in Tobago that is new to it, etc., and there was damage. And now that boat and also another boat is out of commission. And Chief Secretary of Tobago, of the Tobago House of Assembly, would have addressed the matter. You know, I complimented his communication with the population as well. All right. Good morning, Chief. Good morning, Nutsi. Good morning to the entire team in Tobago. Struggling to grapple with the circumstances that face us, right? The circumstances that face us beyond their control. And our Minister, Jaylene John, as well, has alluded to some other ameliorating factors to try to fix or to try to cope with what is going on. But obviously there's still going to be a negative impact, and one of the impacts is that the medium steel band finals are now going to be held in the Savannah, right? I don't even want to go into that too much, right? God have a way of working certain things. Bands in Trinidad and Tobago have complained for a number of years about having to move everything to Tobago for these finals. It's not that they want to deprive Tobago of a major competition, so to speak, but just that the logistical issues always affect bands tremendously. It's real hard. And it's not a discrimination thing, because to be real, for a few bands, which Tobago has much less bands, to come from Tobago to Trinidad, it's just easier logistically. And of course, those bands would have gotten that additional support to be able to come. But the fraternity could work that out. the cost and the benefit. I understand that, you know, part of the thinking is to give Tobago a major final as well, which I'm not averse to. Right? Is our love all the way around? And I won't let even the politics, because I have political differences in the Steve Pan fraternity with some of the actors that exist now. I wouldn't let politics come in the middle of what makes sense for pan men and pan women and for the entire product. Right? We might call that big man thing. I try to be a big man. A life of faith and service. Farewell to Dr. Alan McKenzie. All right. Condolences to the family. Former principal of Naparima College. Okay. Right. So condolences to that family. Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Salam alaikum, my little brother.
Hey, wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam. Welcome.
All right. Blessed in glory and peace. Food. What really killing we, boy, is greed. Don't care what price go up. These people were making $1 billion in profit and different things still don't want to share. They still want to make sure their mark must always stay in the million. But it have some of them could give back, you know. Plenty business in this country and bound to raise their price. They could say what they want. The bank in bound to raise nothing besides raising people interest on their money. The bank could do that. Because when you hear how much they clear for the year in profit, all you watch and see is we, the people who banking, is who then gain that profit, who benefiting. So you see the whole thing is greed, boy. Greed, my brother. And you see this country.
Facts.
You see this country, you see the corruption, the wickedness. Now you're talking about the race thing. One thing I'm proud about, black people in this country, especially we, whether you call me African, Negro, wherever you call me, we not racial people. You know? For so help me God, your father and all you grow up knowing to love everybody.
Everybody. It does not matter your creed, race, color.
All right? Let me show you something. You could marry anybody. Your mother will tell you as long as you're happy. You know it has some race in this country. Can't put God out of their thoughts and married none of we. So who racial? But the problem with we now, and when I say we, I want all you to specialize. We Trinidadian slaves who have brought here, we racial towards ourselves. These we biggest enemy. The day we get racial and conscious, like some of them race who nobody can marry their family and everybody has to stay in this religion and everything. The day we get so, boy, I feel it will go end, you know, because we think they're trying to kill Torah for in Africa. That the Moses will come to free and deliver people, right? How Trump and them running down the cocaine again in the Caribbean waters? They done with that or what? As the game would do, they done running down the drugs? The drugs we went into Harlem and destroy black people in Harlem and all these places. Food. Check the history, brother. It's the same drug we're destroying the little black brothers in Tongue and in Trinidad right now. It's a plan, brother. It's a plan. And let me tell you something. Right now, I am not watching the time of the clock. I'm watching the carnal time. This is time of God, the Father, revealing. This is the time of Enoch revealing. This is the time of the covenant in Ethiopia. All you have are blessed and be wise African brothers. We wise little black brothers. All you put down the gun. We didn't make that. We make love. We make passion and understanding. We didn't make gun. Check who gain weight. Check who gain the cocaine. Check who gain the destruction to we brothers. Oh God, in the name of the Father, wherever all you call him Yahweh, Jesus, wherever, all you believe this is the man on the earth right now. Satan's kingdom is falling. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. You too. I borrowing the line some one of my callers. Have a good day, boy. Right? Greed. Greed is a serious, serious evil that is running rampant in our land. Greed for the love of things. Men who acting like little trinkets and toys, a watch and a whatever is so important. And nice shoes. You know things that you used to say women are among trinkets. Now man feel they have to look nice and they have to have this and they have to do that and this. Too much weakness among men. Too much weakness among men. They want comfort. They can't fast. They can't take a little pressure. They're ready to cut their brother throat to eat a plate of food. Come on. It is not racism that we need to practice. It is self-love. You have to love yourself. And if you love yourself, you will see yourself in others and you will love others as well. Stop killing each other. I think there was a murder as well in Diego Martin. I'll check on the news, right? Stop killing each other. Stop killing each other. Value your life and therefore value somebody else's life. Give up the destruction. Help one another. Be humble. Be real. I head across to another headline, and this one reads, AGC hikes fees, housing minister caught off guard by new levies on transfer and sale of properties. But PM defense move, ex-housing minister says it's scandalous. So, many perspectives on a new policy, it would seem. Let me just go into it. I read briefly about it and it is interesting as well. So y'all can read and judge. Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar yesterday defended a new Housing Development Corporation policy which has introduced a 5% fee on the transfer of properties within families and a 10% fee on transactions involving the sale of its properties. All right, that's interesting. But obviously, you would have to have owned the property, paid off it, so it's supposed to be yours. But I understand that the housing is subsidized, but when you pay off it, it is supposed to be yours. And then now there's a new tax they're putting, a new fee, if you're going to transfer it to a loved one, family. And within families, it is cheaper. Obviously, the reason for fees are to raise money, right? I don't know if there's a protectionary measure in this. Let me read on. Her defense came hours after former Housing and Urban Development Minister Randall Mitchell posted a document announcing the new policy on his Facebook page yesterday and slammed the government for the change. But even while Prasad-Bissessar was defending the HGC move, Housing Minister David Lee claimed he had no knowledge of the policy and launched an investigation into the matter. So there's a bit of miscommunication, it may seem, from what this news article is saying. Asked about the HGC fee hike, especially in the light of the party's previous campaign against an inheritance tax, Prasad-Bissessar said, "From what I have been told, it is that the HGC is simply attempting to recoup some of the taxpayers' money that was initially used to subsidize those properties upon transfer, because persons are profiting from transfers of these homes." I understand the reasoning, and you all can think about it as well. The housing is subsidized. Someone purchases the subsidized housing, which means the state put money into the cost of the housing, so it's cheaper for you than a normal house if you buy it outside. Then you pay for it, and then you are going to sell it. That's why the sale to someone else other than your family attracts 10%, because you are then going to sell not for the subsidized price, but you are going to sell for a market price. You understand? So you are gaining. You're gaining on the money that the country put in to make it cheaper. And that is the reasoning that the Prime Minister is putting forward, which I can understand. However, the government will support any initiatives by HGC to recoup funds and lessen the burden on the hardworking, law-abiding taxpayers. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Ford. Sorry to
No, not disturbing at all. Welcome.
I would be brief. I listened to them. I got up this morning and I, put on the radio before you came in, and I heard another station, and they were the way that these people manipulate the information. It's a good thing that you were able to get into it and to explain, exactly what it is. The question may be inheritance tax. I'm not too familiar with those things, but the fact remains, when you explain the rationale or the supposed rationale for the changes, for the implementation of that tax, it's reasonable, and that is what happens. It happens internationally. That is what the fact remains, is that if you have subsidized house, as you say, the state taxpayers subsidize that, and then you sell it to it doesn't move from family to family. We're talking about it moving to some other person. It means that they would benefit also from the subsidy, and one would ask whether that is fair. Whether it's the interest of everybody.
Of everybody collectively, yeah.
So I'm happy to know that you are there to because of 5% with respect to family, right? If it moves from between family or among family, but if it moves among ordinary citizens and whatnot, because people make money out of that, they buy houses and then they rent it out and they sell it and make profits out of it. And then who would have subsidized that? You and I. So I'm happy to hear the way you explain the whole thing so that people will be better off for that.
And also, Mr. West, as we close, I don't think it's that if the person passes on and then you inherit it as from the estate, it attracts a tax. It's in the sale. So you're selling to a family member, you get 5%. It's not that, your grandmother, your mother passed away and she leaves a HGC house and you then inherit that there is that tax attached to it. So it's different. We need to be real as well.
Yeah, it's a sale, as you rightly said, Because I didn't read it, but based on what you said now and what I heard earlier on, it's totally contrary. It contradicts what there's a contradiction there. So I am happy for your explanation of it.
No problem at all. Have a blessed day. So again, we just need to be fair about it, and we need to be careful also to do our own research, because those who want to spin things in their favor politically will spin things, and what is in their favor, unfortunately in many circumstances, is not in the favor of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Let us be wise. Let us stand up for what is right. Let us lift our hands as Joshua lifted his hands and ask for God to change this country. Let us do what is right. Blessings to Trinidad and Tobago. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. Take care.